Today is the 5-year anniversary of Chadwick Boseman's untimely passing. Leading up to today, I kept seeing pictures of him visiting sick children in the cancer hospital. It just reminds me of how much Chadwick thought beyond himself, knowing that he himself had cancer, but despite it, knowing that it would bring joy to someone else in his same condition. That reminded me of a video that I recorded a couple years ago talking about something I think he did in a very similar way. And so I wanted to show you guys that in order to honor him today. Rest in peace, Chadwick. Okay, but let me tell you why I think this is even more significant than we realize. As we saw in the earlier clip in the movie, Riri Williams quotes "to be young, gifted, and black." I've seen a lot of people attribute this quote to Chadwick Boseman, but I haven't heard a lot of people talk about the actual origin story of the coined phrase. Now, if you go in the comments of this Stitch video, someone said in the comments that Nina Simone also has a song called "To Be Young, Gifted, and Black," but this did not originate with her either. Coined by Lorraine Hansberry. If that name sounds familiar, she's most known for the play that she wrote, A Raisin in the Sun. At the time of her death, she was in the middle of writing a manuscript that later was turned into a play and a book called "To Be Young, Gifted, and Black," but it didn't originate there either. This phrase originated when Lorraine Hansberry was invited to speak to 6 winners of a creative writing contest who were also black. She actually coined this phrase in the speech that she gave them. Now, here's the reason I say that Chadwick saying this at the time that he did was way more significant than we realized. At least I think so. This video clip says that he said this in 2019. Not too long after this, Chadwick Boseman unfortunately passed from colon cancer in 2020. When I was doing all this research, what I found interesting was how thin he was here, which possibly means that his health was on a decline at this point. This stood out to me because when I was doing my research, I realized that Lorraine Hansberry did something very similar. At the time that she was supposed to speak to these young black creators, she was actually in the hospital and left so that she could make this speech.
I wanted to be able to come here and speak with you on this occasion because you are young, gifted, and black.
It's very interesting to me that she decided to do this in the state that her health was in at the time. And I felt like she did it because she knew the impact that it would make on generations to come after her passing. Now, I can't speak for Lorraine or Chadwick, but I feel like both of them decided to get up in the time where their health was in a decline and make these speeches to encourage black people because they knew of the impact that it would have on generations to come after their passing. And as a thespian, I appreciate Chadwick and Lorraine pushing past how they may have felt at the moment to encourage young black artists in days to come.